Earlier, he said that the government is spending like a drunken sailor. I'm sorry, when I was a drunken sailor and I ran out of money, I stopped spending. Hello, Washington. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if you know, but there's a priest down in Washington, D.C. that serves the House of Representatives. And he was on his deathbed a couple of weeks ago, and he called in Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer. And he said, I really want you to be with me. I'm on my last minutes on earth. And they said, Father, this is such a wonderful honor to be with you. Why did you call us here? And he said, I wanted to be like Christ and die between two thieves. Yeah, they're stealing you blind, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain to you how it works. My father explained this to me in 1963 when I was 11 years old. He said, son, here's how it works. People in Congress are going to go and pass bills called entitlements that are going to give people things. Then they're going to go back and they're going to say, I voted for this for you and that for you and this. I'm going to give you these things, so keep voting for me. And it keeps going on and on and on. And now we're at a point where 53% of the United States population pays for the rest of you, pays for everybody else. Folks, enough is enough. Do you agree with me? All right. Somebody earlier with Chuck said term limits. Let me tell you how term limits work. You go to the ballot box and vote them out. Okay? So vote them out and hold them accountable. I love when Blaine said earlier, hold me accountable as a commissioner. We'll hold them accountable. Thank you for coming out today. God bless you, and God bless America.
Real quickly, I just want to acknowledge somebody. Colonel Tansey, put your hand up in there. Colonel Tansey has been instrumental in helping get the word out on the Tea Party movement from day one. He sits at home, works that phone, works that computer, so thank you, Colonel Tansey. Next speaker, please. Come on up. Come on, Kathy.
It's the forgotten woman.
Hope you can see me.
Stand up.
I'm the forgotten woman.
You can come over here.
My name's Kathy Afzali. I'm a Middletown mom, and I am an insurgent. And I'm saying to all the ladies out there, I have not forgotten you. We are all part of this. And I would suggest to you, and I will remind you of a quote from our great Abraham Lincoln, when he said, nearly every man can handle adversity, but to test a man's character, give him power. We've given them power, they've taken their power, and we see what they've done with it. Now, I know that all of you care so much that what's going on in Washington, D.C., and I say I care too. But do you have any idea what your state government has been up to for the last 3 months? Do you know that you are funding in vitro fertilization for single women? Did you know that? So, you're funding their fertilization, you're getting them pregnant. If they have the baby, you're supporting the children. Or if they decide not to have the baby, you will pay for the abortion. Is this what you're paying your taxes for?
No!
Did you know? Did you know that the people from Jessica's Law tried with all of their hearts to get mandatory sentencing for the pedophiles who prey on your children? Ladies, listen to me. The minimum sentence they could get for a creep who rapes a child is 15 years. Now, if you're like me, and you stand in your kitchen and you watch your children outside playing and you feel you cannot take your eyes off of them, I'm asking you, what has happened to a country where I can't allow my children to go outside and play in my yard without worrying that someone could come in and steal them. I'm telling you that the liberal control that the judges and the one-party stranglehold that has taken over this state has got to get a wake-up call. Did you know that your tax dollars are paying millions of dollars to fund Casa de Maryland? Did you know that they are founded by La Raza? Did you know that La Raza believes that Texas and California should be given back to Mexico? Did you know that Casa de Maryland wants to sue our sheriff's department and that's their motive, is to sue our sheriff? Why are our tax dollars paying for an organization that is going to sue something that's paid by our tax dollars? I haven't figured out. Please help your people who have come forward, who have said they put their lives on the line to represent you no matter what that post is. You cannot be professional protesters. You have to be people who get on the ground, put your time and energy, and yes, write a check to your favorite candidate and tell them that you support them. Tell them you'll stand at a poll and hold up a sign. It is very hard to beat an incumbent. They have a lot of money, but they need you. They need you. So I am Kathy Afzali. I am a Middletown mom. I am an insurgent, and I'm glad you are too, and God bless all of you, and God bless this great nation, and let's take it back in November.
Thanks, Kathy. Next is Paul Smith.
Hey, hello folks, my name is Paul Smith. When I see all of you there, it's now been an hour and 25 minutes when people have been speaking. It takes a lot of motivation of some sort just to stay there and listen. I think that's an indication of our great concern for this nation, and thank you very much for showing it. I just have one suggestion that can help us. In 1913, the 16th Amendment of the United States was passed. That's the income tax amendment. That amendment, perhaps more than any other amendment, has allowed the federal government to grow to the extent it has today. When that amendment is coupled with the attitude that if there's a problem, let's pass a law to fix it. You put those two things together and suddenly, with unlimited resources, we have created what we have today. And I would just suggest that we have to be cautious every time someone says, let's pass a law. When you pass a law, you pass however many pages. That means you're going to have people to enforce it. There's going to be money to pay for this enforcement, and it's going to go down into us in our businesses, and the effects of this go on and on. Be careful of that. And one other thing that happens. As you know, I was involved in the city government for about 4 years. I was kind of surprised and I guess educated to see all the grants that we were applying for. A lot of grants, millions of dollars, and more even on the county and state level. You know what that means? These are monies that the federal government passes, puts in a pocket, they take from us with income tax, and then leave to us to apply. Well, I don't mean to speak disparagingly of the sustainability person in the county, but there was federal money there, and so he said, let's get some money for this and that. If we had not gone after it, that big pot of money is there, they've already gotten it from us. We have to help our federal people resist this urge, and I would sure like to thank our current Congressman Roscoe Bartlett, who is one of the stalwarts. There's no question if people could follow his leadership, we would be okay. And I saw Ellen here. I don't know if Ellen's still here, but we're sure grateful for her. She's a great support to him. Thank you very much.